Great. So let's just get down to the matter at hand. I think it's kind of a big topic right now. As you guys probably know, I sent Andrew Tate a contract to fight him.
Right.
His team was supposed to put up $3 million. My team was supposed to put up $150.
We couldn't get it together.
He didn't sign it, so the fight's off. I just want to let everybody know that out the gate.
The GoFundMe got really close to the 150 though. 142.
I think if we would have done it under the guise of an illness, it would have performed.
Like if we would have told him what's really wrong with you. Is that what you mean?
Welcome to the first episode of I don't even know what we call this. This is our third try at podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We only did the Barry one once, right?
Bring his game down a smidge.
Bring my gain down immediately.
Game down, editor.
Instantly bring my gain down.
Okay, you're good. Nice.
Okay. This is our third attempt at podcasting. We don't have a name. We just know our names are Joey and Joe. or Joe and Joey. We were talking about getting Joners. The Jonerous brothers. What else do you have?
No, that's it. That's the one. That's perfect.
The Joners.
The Joners.
I can see people saying, I got a huge Joner.
Yeah, that would be like our fan club. Yeah. No, that's it.
That's it.
Write that, Nick. Write that down, please.
Great. We have, our buddy Joe has been blowing up here lately with his merchandise. What is it like to be an adult man who blew up at YouTube? And TikTok?
I'll let you know. It would when I meet one.
Great.
So
You've sold over 100. Joe has his own YouTube channel now, guys. All right.
sure, it's wildly unpopular.
You have your own TikTok channel now.
Sure, I've had that.
You've had.
It just now got popular.
Turns out I found out like TikTok doesn't pay people.
Not much.
Yeah, can we talk about how poor TikTok is like?
How do you make money on TikTok?
Brands, merch.
You get brand deals.
You have to plug stuff.
If you're a parent whose kid wants to do TikTok, they're doing it to get good at marketing and practice their skills. If you're going in there to make money,
You're not going.
off views, no
Yeah.
way.
Not off views. Are you serious?
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to make money off views.
I think that one that 6 million view video got like $100 or something like that. Maybe 150. It's so sad.
But you had 6 million. He had 6 million views on a video, which is the most I've ever seen of someone I personally know.
Sure.
That wasn't involving dancing.
Well, it was a little bit involved.
There was I think comedy is a great song and dance, if you ask me. And,
It is.
But you made $150, and I'm sure you're
Maybe.
But I'm sure you're walking down the street, and people are like, "Whoa, he had 6 million views on a video.
Oh yeah, that's what
He's got a Maybach and hidden in his garage somewhere. I know it."
I can hear people murmuring that when I walk by. 6 million views.
Yeah. So that's it. Joe's a star. He's a breakout.
Is that the guy with 6 million views?
Yeah.
Why is he still driving a Volvo where you have to?
You have to reach out the door to the driver's side window to open the door.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to.
Have to roll down the window. Automatic. Reach out, and then roll the window back up and get out. It never gets old.
There you go, dude.
It never
You're
gets
killing
old.
it, man. That's what that TikTok money's going towards.
Yeah.
1/5 of a rotator wheel for your window.
Thanks for a tank of gas.
I need to. I should have done the math before to see how much more I get per shirt than I get. Like how many views equals a shirt.
Okay, that's where he's killing it right now. Is he's sold over 100 shirts in a month.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 months maybe.
Maybe. Come on, dude.
I don't know. I have to look. I know that the amount in shirts is not 5 times, 3 to 4 times as much as the views. So, I mean, it's
Get into social media for the merch, right?
that's been the deal.
That you haven't, dude. Can I just say I'm a little bit envious that I've been doing this for long enough for it to be depressing, and that I've tried really hard to sell merch and stuff.
Yeah, yours isn't very good.
You have a shirt that says F Terry, all right?
Yep.
It was it's words, not in a good font.
No, it's just regular.
Little to no effort.
Yeah, no. F asterisk K Terry.
and you're making more money than anybody I've ever known off merchandise.
Oh.
I don't know that many people.
Maybe not. Yeah, that's true. Anybody you've known personally, not people you've met, though.
So you didn't get much from the Get Rowdies?
No. Well, okay. Here's the
Those
deal.
sold all right.
I had a live show. Are we doing? This is a merchandising podcast. This is like Girl Boss for Men.
Top 25 merchandising podcast.
Go wherever.
That-
You gotta get used to going wherever.
Okay, that's where
When we got
we're-
back yesterday, he was still going buried while we were in the car, like making exit car plans. Like he's like talking at Barry. I'm like, you don't have to do that.
So,
anymore.
well, I should before we get in. So the Getting Rowdy.
Sure.
I assume people know I do another character named Barry Montgomery Jr. It's a family-friendly character.
It is.
It's a Southern guy, man. And so when I'm out in public, I'll talk like that to people all the time. And apparently, when the day's over, I'm not done being that character, man.
No. Nope.
Nope. Not at all. That's why I'm rocking this sick Freddie Mercury stash right now.
That is sick. That's nice.
It's not sick. It's really not. I did this before Top Gun. So all you fucking can I curse?
Yeah.
No.
We're cursing on here.
We are. Good.
Good. Well, let's rip off. Nick, you were telling us about your favorite racial slurs before we started
Yeah.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go?
Let me start off.
Top 5.
And coming up, we have our first commercial break from the merchandising podcast. Now, if you want to make merchandise money as a comedian, do live shows because then people are drunk. This is like
Right.
truly a thing. That's why people sling stuff at tailgates. People are intoxicated and like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna not get a Toby Keith T-shirt.
Right.
I eat Miller Lights deep. You rack up seriously, people going to concerts racking up like a $200 tab not on tickets.
Right. How much do you sell your shirts for? Like $20?
$20 at a live show, yeah. That's clean because people you want to take straight cash, homie.
Yeah. Yeah. Those sold all right. It's simple, though.
It's
Get rowdy.
Get Rowdy. But it's not as cool as F Terry. Long story short,
No. I came up with some accidentally
with the least
came
amount,
up with the fucking it's a rallying cry for the teens.
and for the people of Croatia, I've seen many Croatians rocking F Terry T-shirts.
We're huge in South Korea. I don't know if you knew that. Already.
Wow.
Already.
I was big in North Korea, so
Yeah. They
right.
broadcast it over the border.
need you
There's
to-
no way to get the numbers.
please censor everything I'm about to go into details on. Thank you.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, great. We're back. We just censored a big diatribe I went
That
on
was
about
shocking.
What did you think about my Rodman thing?
Shocking.
Abs.
Did you guys like my top 5 slurs?
Those were good. Yeah, I would have probably exchanged 2
Hey,
and 3.
no. Shh. There's a camera right there. I need you to disassociate from Nick entirely. Can you look down the barrel of that
Sure.
camera and say you have nothing to do
I have nothing to do.
with Nick? But you also have nothing to do besides roll
I-
up your
both
windows.
things.
True.
You can roll up your windows.
Should I be over here?
I don't talk to him. Don't respond to any question he has.
I don't think it really matters.
I do like this setup though.
Well, okay. I think really this is what the podcast is about, though. Joe, talk to into your mic, dude. We gotta
I
make-
was
Okay, thank you.
I
It's
wasn't
working.
talking.
It's working. It's working.
No, he's solid.
Fucking-
But that's why I was, yeah.
But I think this is what it's about, though, right? Is that we spend
sure.
all this time goofing off in real life, and nobody sees like the actual thing. I think that makes us funny as two boys with similar names. Two
Sure.
boys with similar names podcast with Joey and Joe. Two men with similar names.
Yeah.
Men of a similar name
Men of a similar name.
podcast with
I think that's it.
men of a similar name.
I like that.
With the Joe and Joey, Joey and Joe. You can vote in the.
Yeah.
I read.
Nobody cares.
You can vote at your local polling center.
Yeah. If you vote at your local food line, there's gonna be fucking. It's a raffle. We choose your. It's Joey or Joe. If we choose your answer, you win.
If you're on the West Coast, Ralph should have it.
There could be a tie.
There could be a tie. I remember on TikTok, someone said, you guys are kind of like Key and Peele. I said, there are some discrepancies between us. However, I said, Joey and Joe doesn't have a bad ring to it. And everyone's like, whoa, it's right. Their names are similar.
Yeah.
Damn it. It was like some M. Night thing where it was like, it was in front of my face the whole time.
It's within a letter.
For now. Unless I shortened it to Joe.
Sure. And I changed it to Joey. And so now really nobody knows. People get us confused all the time, even though we don't look anything alike.
Yeah.
And that would really confuse people.
Oh, tell everyone just so I can get my ego stroked. I'm a big ego stroker kind of guy. Well, tell him what happened at a party to you recently. Because he's getting some clout. Let me be clear about this. He's getting some regional clout.
Regional clout. What did happen?
You were at a party and someone asked about who you were.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I was at a... I can't even say it without laughing. I was at a rap party. And
now for the plebeians, though, what kind of rap are we talking about here? We're talking about like crunch rap?
It was...
vegan rap?
What's the Houston stuff?
Lean?
Screw.
Chop and screw.
Chop and screw.
Chop and screw rap.
Chop and screw rap party.
R.I.P. to DJ. Dude, I was giving R.I.P. to DJ. If you like...
Say that's too urban for me, so, I mean...
Well, a lot of things are.
If you're a fan of DJ Screw, who's no longer with us, Nick just interrupted my...
R.I.P.
Yeah, so... Thanks, Nick.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter right now. The point is, it's a wrap of a filming party.
Sure.
All right? And what
sure.
did this person march up to you? Somebody
walked
was
up and
enamored.
said, they walked up and said, "Is your name Joe?" And I said, "Yeah." And they said, "What's your last name?" And I said, "Hamrick." And the guy went, "Oh." I thought he thought it was Thompson. I was like, "No, that's the other guy." And then
the other guy of a similar name.
Yeah, and then it went downhill from there.
So somebody, just to clarify what we're talking about, someone thought you were me. They got disappointed that you weren't me, but we do videos together. So if they like my videos, they like your videos too.
Yeah. It was very strange. And they were asking for someone else too. They're like, "Oh, that guy over there's a fan." And the guy jumped up and ran over. I was like, "Why didn't he just..." Yeah, it was very strange. But yeah, that's weird. So, you're not Joey Thompson? Well, no.
You said,
but
thank
no,
God.
I'm in all the he's in all the videos with me. I'm in all the videos with him. Like, I'm the other guy. It says my name too.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. It was very
It'd
weird.
be like if you saw Rush Hour and you were like, "Oh, are you Chris Tucker?" And they're like, "No, I'm Jackie Chan." He'd be like, "Damn it."
Yeah. That probably happened to them a ton. Yeah. Those guys are basically twins.
Let me ask you an important question, Joe, because people have
Sure.
questions about our
Am I
back.
get tired of holding this microphone? Is that the question?
We can do a swapperoo at some point.
Okay.
Okay, if you want to, I don't. We can do. I don't know if we're gonna. If I'm about to say, are we going? Am I going over?
Let's
or
just
you
wait.
going-
We'll just wait for now. We'll
Nah.
hold off.
I'm kind of excited about the over under.
Okay.
We got Nick, who's questionably has ties to organizations I would prefer not for YouTube guideline standards now at this point.
Al Qaeda? Is that what you're saying?
Please bleep that out. Please bleep all these things out.
ISIS.
Well, I didn't know what Stormfront was. Okay, until he told me about Stormfront yesterday.
We joke about Stormfront all the time. It's the stupidest shit.
Well, you mean
I
what?
didn't realize the website got taken down in 2018.
Yeah, it's not been around for a while.
I was trying to find an archive. I'm like, dang it, where can I find some good Stormfront?
For people who are already looking to quit listening to what we're talking about, please, because Joe's the one that brought it up. I can say that with the clean conscience. What is Stormfront?
Stormfront is an extremely racist website with some very dumb, like,
Why do you know
dumb
about
people on it.
Why do you know about it?
I don't know if I saw it in a movie or read it in like a... I don't know. I don't know.
We
I
got
just
him.
know it.
We got him.
It was, you know what? It was really big in the like skinhead like punk scene. Like they would always post music on there. And if you ever read anything about punk music and then they talk about skinhead punk, it's a really bad scene.
Oh.
It's not great.
So you're telling me that Green Day's in
Stormfront. They actually own the domain. They turned it into...
I was in a Green Day music video. That's a side note.
Oh,
Yeah.
which one? And for how long?
So no, this is a true story. I got paid $50 to be in a. It was there's on a casting website called Actors Access, and you can self-submit yourself. Right?
Sure.
Cool. So they had one fueled by ramen, and I go, oh, I grew up liking Fall Out Boy. obviously. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Who didn't?
Yeah.
That's something we all did.
Yeah, and Panic at the Disco. Nick, pull up the photo.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, you're in the music video. So, by the way, it's for Green Day. And I'm like, I don't like Green Day. I actually don't like Green Day.
They're okay.
I don't like Billy Joe. Just seems like so
Smarmy.
yeah, he seems like, oh, I'm such a self-righteous politician. It's like, well,
Yeah, they're okay.
they're okay. Anyway, point is, so they're like, it's for Green Day. I get paid $50 to do this gig. $50. But at the time, like, whatever, I'll do it. So we're at,
And to be clear, not $50 cash in your hand on the day.
actually, I can't say that. I think it may have been that.
Really?
Yes. Well, and I can't remember what, it was a parody of They Live, the John Carpenter film. And I played a disgruntled husband who could not believe what he was seeing on the TV.
What?
It was a 50. Here's the other. I mean, this is
What
true.
song?
I can't even remember, bro. It's from a new album. They can't even remember. If I brought it up to Billy Joe right now, he'd be like, "What? I don't even know what song that is." All right.
It's cool that you guys are on first name though, first name basis.
What? Me and BJ are big.
Does he call you Joe?
He's a big
Or Joey?
Stormfront guy. He calls me
Joe Harmon.
by my name. That's a shout out to the Army
Chalamet.
Army Hammer shit, Timmy. We're gonna get to call me by your name in here in a moment. But point is, show up to this fitting, aka industry terms for, hey, what clothes do you currently own, and which ones can we get you to wear for free, so we don't have to budget that.
Sure.
So the wardrobe person was like, oh, I like this kind of nifty little polo Hawaiian shirt you got there. And I was like, cool, that's from Forever 21. My sister gave it. I promise you,
They sell men's clothes.
I didn't buy it. My sister did
Does
for
Forever
Christmas.
21 sell men's clothes?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, I don't know. I thought that was just for.
Yeah, well, nothing in there fits me, so you know.
Oh my god.
That matters.
Well, so they're doing a 50s style music video, and they pick a Forever 21 polo that I own that was a gift for me, and this will do it. So we get to the a venue that's like a bunch of houses somewhere in Northern California, and the bass player walks out.
Do you have to pay for transportation?
No, thank God I didn't. They had like some kind of shuttle there. All right,
Okay.
but we're chilling, and the bass player comes out.
What's his name?
I don't like Green Day. I can't remember.
I don't know either.
But he comes out, and I was sitting back there with the other. So this is for the people at home. They call them background actors. If you're an extra, you're a background actor. I was a background actor, a featured player for the day. So he comes marching out, and he's like got a film crew with him, and he starts talking to us, and it feels like a missionary guy going to Africa type thing. Like, hey, I just want to show that I'm friends with these guys type thing. And I was like, bro, I don't know you.
Yuck.
And he starts pitching about at this time and at all times, there was a fire in California, and he was helping donate, I think, coffee to the firefighters or something. But he's like, they're getting B-roll of him chatting it up with us, and I'm like, you're using this because you want to seem like humanitarian as all get out.
Right. What if you at that moment had been like, "Fuck you, dude," and like, listen, hear me out, and then told him everything that you just said? Do you think you would have been able to take the shuttle back?
Yeah, I think because when you're on set, especially on bigger sets, everyone acts like so. We're professionals here.
To be clear, you said "fuck you" to the guy that's in the band,
Yeah.
and explained to him that he was just pandering and.
They would still, because they would be like, whoa, this guy was out of line, but like, we have to keep our professionalism, all right?
Even though you did not, by any stretch.
In that scenario, which I didn't, okay? I kept it together.
Well, then you should have.
I got my $50. I got a free lunch. I got the hell out of there.
What kind of lunch?
They had good lunch.
What was it?
Dude, because everything, dude.
They had everything.
So the house we shot at, they shot at two houses that were adjoining. They used one of them in Mad Men.
Everything.
Everything was good, bro.
They had
everything.
What did they serve?
Nobody cares. You guys care about
Yes.
chicken.
If you're gonna tell a story,
salmon,
tell a story.
Chicken, salmon.
How were they prepared?
Rice. Because they have
Was
catering
it a
company.
dill salmon?
It was not a dill salmon. It was a cedar plank, you fucking idiot.
It still could have a nice dill aioli on it.
It could, but it's cedar plank, bro.
Okay. Well, the chicken was probably what, grilled?
Yeah. It's California. What do you think, bro? You think they're frying chicken out there? Do you know if you
Probably
introduce carbs to a bunch of actors, they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what are we
Probably not.
doing?"
Okay. One more question. What type of beverages?
Dude.
Every beverage.
Except for alcohol.
So every beverage. So they had LaCroix.
Yeah, dude, LaCroix's
They
staple.
definitely had that.
Yeah, what are you talking?
Mountain Dew, fucking Berry Blast or whatever.
No,
Code Red.
No, cut it right there, dude. They don't have Code Red, Mountain Dew. It's L.A., man.
Fago.
Yes. Billy, we're talking about Green Day here. Of course there was Fago.
There was Fago.
Billy Joe came out and just crushed 8 of them. And then
Different flavors.
he went back
He
inside.
did a suicide of Fagos.
He went at the suicide of
Boom,
Fago.
boom, boom. It took him like a minute and a half. With the cans, probably.
Then he went to the makeup girl, borrowed all her makeup, put it on,
Yeah.
and then rocked out for us, dude.
And then fucking belched in everybody's face from all the...
Yes. Here's what I'll say, too, in terms of our guy Billy Joe.
Sure.
When you're not a fan of a band and you're of a more adult age and their fans aren't,
Sure.
you're not enamored. You're not like, whoa, that's the guy. I'm like, bro, you're like an adult man.
They got to be 50, right?
Oh, yeah.
They're getting up there because they were a big thing in like the late 90s for sure.
Yeah. Those guys got to be 50.
I don't mean to dookie on Green Day.
I don't get it.
Well, my rant was something unforgettable, and in the end, I kind of hope it's right. I didn't have the time of my life working with Green Day, is what I'm telling you
Okay,
right now. I
that's-
did not at all. It was not very good.
Were you
And all these Green Day lyrics.
were you building up to that? Were you building up to that this whole time? Is that the punchline
I
of the
feel
story?
like an American idiot just going through my rant today.
Sure. Go ahead.
I can't remember other songs they did.
Uh,
Doesn't matter. The point is, Joe, here's what the people really want to know.
you missed a big one. There's another big song, I think. But go ahead. I don't know.
All our Green Day, Fago sipping Green Day fans out there, you're definitely not mixing up two audiences, by the way.
No, I think that's the same
Green
thing.
Day, everyone knows Green Day fans crush Fago.
Fago. They're from Detroit.
Yeah, they hate Eminem.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring up, Joe, to you because people want to know what's your favorite character group to do. To be clear, too, let me just break this down.
Sure.
The way we started doing videos together is I was doing the Barry videos, the Barry McGunther Jr. videos. You were helping me out. Mm-hmm. And then I brought you on to be Barry's fun sidekick.
Right.
The voice of reason. And we were filming. The video ended up turning out amazing. But in between the takes, you and I would drop character, or I would drop character, and you and I would start busting each other's balls.
Which video are we talking
The
about?
Southern Voice Translator. If you go back.
Oh, yeah.
So in between that, though.
It was so fucking hot in there, dude. My face is bright red in that video.
Well,
The whole time.
One of the first videos him being in was that the Grinch.
That's the very first one.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's the absolute very first one.
So he started getting worked in more and was like, "You were bright red because you're a star, bro. That's the sign." That's
I'm pretty sure I texted you and I was like, dude, this guy's got killer deadpan.
dude. When your boy texts you that your other boy's a great Grinch sympathizer, you're a Grinch sympathizer. Bro.
sympathizer.
That's what you are,
The Christmas Ghost, too.
dude. You're a double threat.
Christmas Ghost was just basically me being like, all right. It was the most deadpan ever, maybe.
Point is, though, you had some chops. We started working together more.
Some pork chops.
Porky's, the movie.
Remember?
Yeah. How could I forget?
Porky's 2.
Reference.
That actually has nothing to do with anything.
Reference alert. Can we have something? Can we have something that's like and says reference alert?
Reference.
Reference alert.
Antiquated reference alert, too.
Yeah.
Antiquated reference alert.
Reference alert.
Reference alert. It's like life alert for references. Reference alert.
Oh God.
Oh, I didn't understand that catchy TikTok phrase.
Yeah. TikTok teens.
But okay, so I would send you clips when I was editing, and I was like, "How come the funniest parts of this video are in between when we're not trying to do the jokes, and you and I are just busting each other's balls?"
Right.
So I feel like Dick and Doug and Chad and Dad were born out of us being like, "Hey, let's just be our normal selves."
Sure.
Not
Shout
that-
out to Keith Bendewald, though.
Yeah, shout out. My cousin came up with, on a beach trip, he came up with the concept of male Karens.
He did. He did.
He did, but he pitched it to us. We went and met at his house.
Ate some Papa John's.
And what else?
His hot sauce, which is excellent.
Keith has got some. Shout out to Keith. Keith sauce, dude. We should sell it in the merch store.
Keith's he's the bigger body cousin, right?
Sure.
We'll
call him bigger bodied.
Well, we can cut that out. Keith seems like a thick-skinned guy. Like he can handle this. Right?
Keith is.
He probably doesn't give a shit.
He's the shit.
He's a beast, dude. He's an ex-athlete. All right.
Hold on. Speaking of cutting things out, when I do this, am I out of the camera? Because I've done that. Okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, we've gotten everything off your phone that you've seen, every text.
Perfect.
Well,
perfect.
Right there.
Speaking of Keith,
So back from the break, Nick, I didn't know other racial slurs to that magnitude existed.
there's a lot.
And then, wow.
I didn't understand some of them, to be honest.
You are also a denier of many things. I don't know if I consider that racist as much as I do as like.
Ooh, a couple of those were rough.
They're all problematic equally, and
Yeah.
I would like to cancel not this podcast, which is amazing, but I would like to cancel you personally.
Sure.
Thank you. I would like to cancel myself as well.
Okay.
Okay, and he's talking about. I can't promise he's not talking about unaliving himself at this point.
Sure.
So
It's getting dark.
yeah, let's just, dude. You need help, man. You have problems
It's getting dark.
that Keith Bindewald, my cousin, can solve. Go ahead and tell him about Keith, man. He had Papa John sauce. We're sitting at Keith Bindewald's house.
He made some kind of
are you
hot
laughing?
sauce out of ramen, the super spicy ramen like dust or whatever, and butter. I don't even know
Ramen dust
what is the flavor shit in there.
flavor.
Do you know what? I don't. You understand?
You literally just made a video on it.
Yeah, you're talking about in raw. You call it the packet. Just call it
Seasoning packet.
seasoning.
Whatever. It was the super spicy ones from Japan, and he made it with butter and I don't know some other ingredients. It was excellent. I did not feel good the next day though.
Okay, I felt great because you know why? Because Keith pitched us the joke. You cannot defund responsibility, and
Yeah.
it was great though. We used it in the video.
You can't.
Defund truth and responsibility.
Oh shit! I don't even know.
It's such a great joke. I forgot it.
And responsibility. That's my part. So
You can't defund
justice.
and yeah. I think it's. We'll fact check it anyway. But
Put
so-
an asterisk in the thing right up here, whatever the word was.
How long was that after y'all like started doing videos together?
it was a while,
It was
but
a
we
while.
we hadn't done like videos as like new different characters. I don't think at that
It's
point.
just been Barry.
Well, I mean, I remember when Joe came into your life because.
Whoa, hold on, back up. This is like that's the best man speech right there. You were a shallow shell of a man. You were wrecked. You were on the rocks. You were just despicable. Then I remember when Joe came in
To
your
be
life.
fair, I mean that's accurate.
Well,
To be-
the last time I was unemployed
Sure.
was when you met Joe, and now
Sure.
I'm unemployed again, which is why I'm sitting here.
Oh,
I don't want to
Is it
say
my
there's
fault?
causation to your
I
unemployment.
feel kind of bad now.
Unemployment equal Joe. Me getting
Your employment record will say your lack of showing up to work got you unemployed, but no. That's a front.
Yeah, no.
Your gross negligence and
Yeah, we can't tell the South Carolina department that, or else I won't get my unemployment, and then they won't be.
The fact
Yeah.
that you ran over your boss's daughter had nothing to do with any of that.
Well, she kind of deserved it.
she had it coming. I think a
I'm
jury
gonna
of his
ca-
peers will recognize
That's
that.
his character. You guys are both canceled, bro. I'm gonna cancel my friends.
Well, I mean, the South Carolina employment office is like, well,
Cut that out.
deny that.
You gotta remove that. So here we go.
I'm sure they're all going to be watching.
They're all tuned in.
We're right up. I'm sure we're right up their alley.
They're like, hey, we gotta watch the Joners.
Yeah. If there's one thing that like unemployment people in unemployment offices and stuff like the DMV post office, it's their sense of humor.
Yeah, they got the Joners,
Lauded for their sense of humor.
the Joners, and then the Strom Thurmond podcast, then the Lindsey Graham podcast. That goes
Strom
boom,
Thurmond
boom, boom.
Back from the grave podcast. Podcast. Why did I say it like
Podcast.
that? The Lauren Boebert podcast. You still don't know who she is.
Yeah, I'm like, so you don't know who she is?
I know who she is.
Okay, do you?
Vaguely.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask, would you bang her?
I
So
will not
the
comment
male,
on that.
the male Karens.
I would
Tell-
not bang her terrible brain in politics, probably, but
This is not a okay. Enough about Lauren Boebert, dude. We're talking about the most important thing to happen since Lauren Boebert.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
He's laughing. I don't get it, so I don't.
Any of these people-
I don't care. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
Milk Aaron said, "What happened, dude? We shot the first one at your house,
In my neighborhood, we shot almost every single one of them in my neighborhood.
but." So the initial idea, and this is kind of what we've been running with, was like, hey, they're really like tough guys. Who are like, hey, no time for fun and games.
Yep, a lot of citations.
But the characters at that point were based. The first video is great because it's like an origin story,
Yep.
and we were just trying to like portray these guys as like everyone knows a Dick and Doug.
Yeah, everybody does.
But the second one we did is when we did the child predator joke, which blew up on TikTok.
Yeah, that was a ridiculous joke. Continues to be.
You want to act it out? You want to give them a free act out of the child predator joke?
Sure.
Okay. You said
yeah,
we got caught wind of a child predator in our jurisdiction.
And watch out because they better watch out because we're child predators.
Then I go, we're double child predators.
Nope. No, we're not.
That does have a bad ring to it.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me the body
Give
cam.
me the body cam.
The body cam also came up.
Yep.
But at that point, it became about what if we start doing these pun type things?
And that's turned into only that now. Right? We don't give citations out anymore. We don't do the like, watch out, Buster, or whatever.
No, the characters. There's no character. People are signing up for the jokes, which like. So the third one is the one that actually like exploded though massively.
Halloween.
Yeah, we did the trans kid joke, and that was like
Yeah, that was probably the best joke. One of the
Well,
best
there's
jokes we've ever done.
a lot of fear when we do these jokes about. Can we say that? I'm not even saying from us, but like I feel like we part of the reason we work so well, Joseph, is because like we're on the same page.
Oh.
But we're like, hey, let's figure out where the line is. Let's push it to that line, and
Just a tiny bit over it.
but everyone's always afraid. They're like, oh, you can't say that. This is like in peak cancel culture too, where people are like,
Oh, well, yeah.
pretty much. It was not like, and we're like, let's just do it.
Sweet preteen nectar. That was a one. Dan was worried about that one.
The guy who filmed it was like
Dan Johnson. Shout out Dan Johnson.
Let me be clear. He logically encouraged me to be worried about this, and we were like, nah,
He was probably right. Well, it turns out he wasn't right.
He wasn't.
But at that time, the odds were that he was going to be right.
Yeah. But turns out people like comedy, and that's what I think Dick and Doug stand to prove now.
It's emboldened us to try to potentially say the worst things we can possibly say, but in like a nice way.
It's become very weird because, like, yeah, we've now, like, several of the jokes, it's like, you guys are advocates for the cause. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
And it's like,
half the people think we're Chad and Dad, and we're those guys, and then half the people think that we're
Dick and Doug.
Dick and Doug.
We don't play around.
And I don't even think we're in between those.
Barry.
Those are pretty like
Barry's family friendly stuff too.
Sure. Well, and then the single dad's kitchen.
So let me ask you this though. We can go on and on about that, Joe.
Sure.
What is your personal favorite character?
Oh, that's what you asked me before.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to male Karens, but before we go into that more, what's your personal favorite character, brother?
Personal favorite is Doug, definitely, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
what?
I thought it was gonna be STK, man.
Well, that would be probably a close second because everybody's there. Like my son's there, you're there. It's like fun. It's not as
It's more situation and act.
It's certainly not as easy, even though they're a lot shorter and they're not written as much. Just because I say something, then you say something, then we end up with something ridiculous. If I say something to Owen, he's just like, which is hilarious.
I was gonna say he is really funny because he's just reacting.
He doesn't give a shit. Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He gives a shit now, but I think the first two we did, he was just like.
I think he's gonna get to. I think he thinks we're dumb, and I think he's gonna get to high school, and people can be, oh, that's because like anything that resembles social media clout is like pretty cool to young people. I feel like.
Oh, dude, he's already got it. He got it at middle school.
Yeah.
People were, and I don't even know. Had we even started? When did we start doing Single Dad's Kitchen? It wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
Was he in school still?
Probably.
So at his sports banquet, I've told you this. He played soccer at his sports banquet in middle school. I'm kind of looking at him, and like these two like girls go up to him. They're talking to him, kind of giggling, and I see him be like, whatever, I don't care. And so these girls, I watch them walk around. They come over to me and like, oh, Mr. Hamrick, I really like your videos. They're so cool. They're so funny, whatever. And we talked to him. I talked to him for a minute, and I asked Owen. I was like, what was going on? He was like, they were asking me if it was okay if they came over and talked to you. I was like,
He's the
hell yeah, bro.
He's the Andrew Tate of sports banquets, bro.
Of middle school sports banquets. Middle school girls love our comedy.
I found it weird that the security guard at the last sports banquet said you could not return within 500 feet of a sports banquet. I don't know what that's about, but
No, I actually got that rescinded. I did some pretrial intervention on that.
so it's 250 now, 250 feet.
No, not quite. But it's less than 500. They knock it down.
Rescinded.
Each class you go to, they knock 30 yards off. So I haven't had time to. Soon though.
Is it like cornhole though, where like you have to have like the exact amount to win? It like
Well, that would be pretty easy.
they're like they try to catch you going to too many.
If you go over, you go back up to 250.
You go back to 250.
I don't know.
They're like, damn it, he went to too many classes too quick.
Could be. Those classes are great. You should go with me.
I'm not allowed to go.
You're not allowed to be within 500.
1,000.
Okay.
It's a different.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
So since we're cutting all of that,
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt your awesome thing you were going to say about Owen going to high school. So
I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Sure.
I just wanted to find out. Point is, we're writing a Male Karen's movie.
sure, that was the point of all that.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
Okay.
I like how comedians. Part of me wishes in comedy too. Like sometimes in between bits, they would just go like, "All right," and just like jump far left because everyone's always trying. In comedy, they're always like, "It's always about how you transition to jokes." And it's like, what if you just start talking about something randomly that had nothing to do with what you previously said?
Like we're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like
Sure.
that's a lot of the successful podcasts now.
Well,
Well, if you like rambling, this is the podcast for you.
I love rambling, or I love listening to rambling.
Well, you got it. You're on the right.
you're gonna hate this. You're gonna hate this podcast because guess what? Financial advice is coming right up.
Marketing and financial advice after the break.
NFTs.
Crypto NFTs, sure.
Crypto NFTs. Are you guys doing crypto NFTs combined?
Combine them.
I just combined it.
Yep. We have it. We're selling them right now. Buy crypto NFT. 6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
Tales of the Crypto. This Halloween. Tales
That's
of the Crypto.
that's absolutely fucking hilarious.
It's humorous. I
That's
don't know
a
if it's
Chad and
hilarious.
Dad Halloween, dude.
Halloween, sorry. So we have not done Chad and Dad Halloween, by the way.
Tales from the crypto.
Tales from the Crypto.
Could you write that down somehow?
Right here. You see that?
You're gonna forget.
Steel Trap.
Hey, wait, didn't you say you got a lot of crap for doing the Chad video?
I would say that initially, because I was doing such a nice character, people that knew me more well didn't like. So we did Male Karens, right? Yeah. And it was like a good thing. And I had
Did
done
we do that before Chad? We didn't do that before
actually
Chad.
no, I had done the Chad Whiteman character before that as a one-off, and
Yep.
then I was like,
I wrote part of that one, the cupcake store.
I would say you directed that with Dan,
Sure.
which we can go
That was
on
a
and
weird.
on.
That was a weird day.
I got blackout drunk, and it ended up being. I got pretty hammered. Wait, what do you mean? I know. I'm the one that drove into a telephone pole. Cut that.
That's true.
And yeah, it turned out good. So we were like, well, it started to work, and I was like, why don't we do more videos with Joe? Because I was starting to see the numbers too. I was like, but no, seriously, sometimes you see stuff performing. Okay, well that performed well, and then people just like in that relationship, and it's like, I saw that, and I was like, yeah, what if I just don't quit working with this guy? And my parents started to get concerned. They said he's hanging around a lot.
Yeah.
Your buddy Nick said it changed your life when you met him.
Sure.
But the Chad Whiteman, the logical pivot was Chad and Dad.
Yeah. That was a big one too.
That was the biggest one. My brother came up with the Dad and Daddy.
Okay. Mark Thompson. Shout out Mark Thompson.
Shout out Mark Thompson. But so Chad Whiteman actually happened before the Male Karen's Halloween. It did. For sure. Point is, we
sure?
yeah, we were filming because we film as much as we can, as often as we can, and like we were in a good flow. We put out the Chad Whiteman, Chad and Dad TikTok, and we were filming. I was like, huh, guys, this thing just got 20,000 views in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that one blew up.
Bridging back to the good conversation at hand. Wow, how's that for a non sequitur, fellow humans?
That was excellent.
I'm not an AI. There were 7 male Karen TikToks in a row that broke 1 million views.
It's like 2 or 3 of them broke 2 million.
Which I'm just like, that's wildly uncommon. Not to toot my own horn, but guess what?
Toot toot,
Boom.
motherfucker.
Boom!
Right.
So we started writing a movie because it's like, dude, I mean, we can keep writing funny jokes, but so now we've reverted to figuring out character backstories,
Yeah.
which has become difficult. I'd like to tell them about the movie.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Okay. Well.
But if you check out our Patreon in the description below,
All right. I see where
might
you're
tell
going.
you some more about what's going on there.
Sure.
How was that?
Good. You said Patreon pretty clearly, right? So
Patrick, yeah, go to the Patreon in the description. We do have a lot of we've put raw string outs of the clips.
There's some funny stuff on there.
There's some hilarious stuff. There's a lot of clips that don't make the final
It's
cut.
funny. It's funny.
For legality reasons, they don't.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest thing we've done though, and it's included in the string outs, is bloopers, which for whatever reason, people like to see people having fun. What?
Can't believe it.
People have really been asking us for more bloopers of the characters, and it's not been till recent that we actually broke character.
At the end, yep.
Which I was a huge thespian hardo about like, no, do not show yourself break character. And
we did though in the longer version of 1, part 2 maybe.
Of Christmas, but I was always.
I've been a few of them, though, right?
Yeah, actually, now that you say it a lot, I'm just like, don't show them too much of the. It's like the Japanese mask thing. Don't show them too much of the happy mask.
Sure.
Like,
Well, y'all usually do it in like the final
Last
the
second,
final,
yeah.
maybe we've always done it. And I'm just making this up in my mind.
We haven't always done it, but there was one where I jumped on your back at the end and we started laughing. And I think in the first one we started walking up into that policeman's yard.
Yeah, that was the first one.
But I think that's only been in the longer versions. Is what I'm saying. It hasn't been on TikTok.
Okay, what I'm saying is, there's a movie and it does involve the police.
Sure.
And it involves Dick and Doug.
Uh-huh.
And I personally think the plot's amazing. I would be happy if we weren't doing it and I found out my favorite comedians were doing it.
Right.
I'd be fired up.
I'd
be fired
too.
up. I would.
So if we're your favorite comedians,
Join the Joners.
then you should be excited because
The Jonerous brothers.
are we?
Over under.
Jonerous sounds like odorous though a little bit, like we smell.
Joan Rivers, but with Joe and not A.
Okay. I like that.
But we've been writing a movie, man. It's been going slow as hell, but it's it's a good idea though.
Yeah. There's some jokes in there that I kind of can't wait to see on the screen.
Because
So no filming yet?
no, it's going to happen. It's too funny.
It's been written.
It's been outlined. Screenwriting, right? It's like we're going online and we can say whatever we want. We could be like, "Oh, my dad got bit by a chupacabra."
Which
He did.
unfortunately.
He did. But people
He's
go,
okay. He's okay. He's okay.
"Ah!" You do a movie, you're like, "Why is that guy's?" There's a bunch of one-liner jokes strung together. It sucks, dude.
Kind of like the Impractical Jokers movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching clips of them last night.
Yeah.
I felt pretty bad.
They think they're really funny.
Well,
You know what?
you know why they think that? Because they are. So
They probably are.
That clip.
The movie was just a longer version of the show.
sounds like a paradise, dude. You just described heaven to me.
Really?
Yeah. If it's those guys doing their goofs and gags for an
The
entire
goofabouts?
hour and a half, talking about hell, give me the director's cut. Give me 2.5 hours of the impractical jokers.
director's cut.
Being as impractical as possible.
What's that? What's the Searchlight or whatever? It's the really prestigious sub thing from I think it used to be MGM Centurion or something like that collection. It's the fucking Impractical Joker Centurion. I've told you about my idea for a show that's like that, right? It's called Practical Jokers.
Yeah. Keep going. Let
Well,
them know.
so essentially, it's a little bit outside the box. So essentially, what happens is we go around and we like play like practical jokes on people.
Yeah. That's it.
So
There's a whoopee cushion. Whoa.
yeah, well,
Just so everybody knows.
that's the
too.
season. That's the season 1 finale, actually.
I hate to bring up another comedian, but have you seen that Netflix show? What's that guy's name? Tim Robinson?
Yeah, he's funny as hell.
He's excellent.
So that clip where he's like in the suit or whatever, and he's standing in the mall, and he's like,
Yes, yes, dude. Dude, that's what.
all that,
Yeah.
that just makes me think of Impractical Jokers.
That
It's
is
very good.
It's a very.
I like the one where he yells at the guy, "Can't you fucking drive?" or whatever. He's like,
No.
"No, I can't. Okay, I'm scared." That's excellent. He used to be on a show called Detroiters, which was one of my favorite. I don't know, it's a sitcom, whatever shows of all time, scripted shows. It's two seasons. Him and Sam Richardson. It was excellent.
Hey, if you guys are listening, this guy's a big fan. I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not.
They're definitely listening.
I'd be, cautious what you say. You never know who's listening.
They're definitely listening.
Hey, Tim
And Sam.
and Lorne Michaels
Oh, okay.
and Will Ferrell.
There's been a bunch of stuff online recently defending that guy. The Hi Lorne Michaels guy.
Hey, cast me, Lorne Michaels. Do you know my? Oh my gosh, Jake Novak. Bro.
Jake Novak.
Don't act like you're not the biggest Jake Novak head in the country, man.
I'm not familiar with you.
If I pull up his discography right now, you will enjoy all one of his hits thoroughly.
He did this TikTok or whatever video where he said he wanted to be the next SNL cast member, but it
Blew me away. It was one of the most impassioned things.
Oh,
if you're not
dude.
a Jacob Novak fan, do you even like comedy?
It was so bad.
It was so good that Leslie Jones of SNL was alarmed by the amount of talent he had put into that video.
None of that's true. He also did a very jaunty, playful school shooting song. Not ironically.
So did POD, bro. It wasn't so jaunty.
Not ironically. POD.
Pumped Up Kicks. Okay, to be clear, Pumped Up Kicks is a pretty jaunty. It's a bop.
Have you heard the Jake Novak one? Would you
Yeah.
compare it to Pumped Up Kicks at all?
Listen, if you were in the band Foster the People right now, who had a better school shooting song, you guys or Jake Novak?
Or Pearl Jam?
Or POD?
What is POD?
Youth of the Nation, bro. POD, get out of here, bro.
Is that a school shooting song?
Yes, Youth of the Nation is one of the.
What about Rebecca Black? She had that. Oh no, that made school. That's my fault.
Bleep everything out that you just heard.
That's my fault.
The YouTube guidelines. You're gonna put the blame on a poor innocent Beck Black, dude. Don't do that.
Becky Black.
Becky
Bex.
Black. Don't put that.
Carly Rae Jepsen. She had one.
Don't put that rage on Becky. All right.
The thing about that Carly Rae Jepsen song is that thing is catchy.
It is.
You talking about Call Me Maybe?
Yeah.
No, her other one. Remember the other one?
Carly Rae, dude. What a great.
That was a song of the summer, bro.
It was a bop. Dude, you mean this? So hold on. Rewind. It's the current song of the summer, right?
It's a song of every summer for me.
That and Stacy's Mom. You get a
Sure. That's a great one.
You get a 3-pack of White Claws and just get in a Chrysler Sebring convertible, go down the turnpike.
Yeah. Just cruise down 17 South, Myrtle Beach, or whatever it is. Is that the one? Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
Grand Strand? 17 South or North?
I don't know, man. Bill Murray's probably there. Guys, Bill Murray.
He's in Charleston, though. Yeah, so.
Whatever, dude. He's
fucking
probably there. It doesn't change the fact
Idiot.
he's probably
No,
there.
he's definitely in Charleston.
Well, boys, going back to Impractical Jokers.
Sure.
We're running out of time here. Joe's got important people to meet.
Well,
So,
yeah. I'm actually meeting with the Impractical Jokers right after this.
really?
Yeah, at your pool. It's gonna
Table.
be
Pool
weird.
Table.
Well,
My Uncle Jimbo's pool table, which I have an Uncle Jimbo and he has a pool table, so don't.
that's right. When I am talking about billiards, I never say table. I just say pool.
Great. Well,
A lot of confusion.
For a while.
Jimbo?
Yeah.
He's a goat, dude. He's the #1 billiards guy.
In the southeast.
But it's just like always like that's been like that for 20 plus years at least.
Never seen it.
What is he supposed to remodel his pool table or something like?
Saying, like that's entire room dedicated to a billiards table.
Repeat. He's got an aesthetic, clearly
Vibe.
Curated.
Vibe.
Thank you. He's got a.
Cool dude.
Vibes.
He's all right. Point of all this is, I'm gonna go back. You're gonna be editing the point. Point of all this is Practical Jokers. If you watch any TV show and you see guys busting out laughing, it's staged. It's not. You know what I mean?
That much.
Yeah.
That much is. Yeah.
I used to go little tidbit that'll segue us into our final bit here. You used to go to the comedy. If you're a comedian and you go to the Comedy Store in LA, you get in for free. You go in the back. You watch comedians.
How do you prove it?
You don't have to, unfortunately. So
You just say I'm a comedian and they let you in for
listen
free.
to me. If you are in LA, listen to me. If you're in LA and you go to the belly room entrance in the back,
Sure.
and you say I'm a comedian, it is like mafia law. They have to let you watch other comedians perform to learn and get better. It's like an apprenticeship, which is actually great for the people who are serious.
Sure.
One of the hardest working comedians at the time I was there.
Carrot Top.
Sorry. One of the second hardest working comedians at the time when I was there, Chris D'Elia. And Chris D'Elia would fabricate his own laughter all the time. He would do the same, like, he would laugh at his own bits in the same places. And I was like, okay, this guy's doing a shtick on stage. It's not like
Yeah. You know what he is real serious about though?
raising his family.
Is raising his family and just his general reputation. He takes it very seriously. Oh, and there's one more thing.
Here's
His
what
TikTok account.
Here's what I like about Chris D'Elia, though. Before
I can't think of anything else that would be.
I got to defend Chris D'Elia, though, about what I do like.
Oh boy, don't do
No,
it! Don't do it, man! Don't do that.
Here's what he's good at.
Okay. Well,
Honestly, here's what I did think was funny about him. It's like whether you liked him or not. He would go to the comment sections of his videos, and if anybody said anything bad, he was like at the peak of his like fame. If anybody said anything bad about him, he would just like punch down as hard as possible
Awesome.
and just roast like people. Because he was like, I don't care. We're people, so I don't care if you say something mean about me. I'm gonna say something mean back to you. I don't care if I'm famous or not.
Right.
Like, and I was like,
Sometimes that's what those people are looking for.
yeah.
he gave him a spanking. I'll tell you who else he gave a spanking. cut this. But you may be asking, okay, this is my great transition. Can I go into the stupid bit now? All right.
I thought you were in the middle of it.
It's called my life. It's called my life.
It's my life, right? That's
Now or never. And
Is it Bon Jovi?
No, it's Green Day. The Great Stormfront.
Is that where that did that just come back around?
Hey, if you guys are on stormfront.com right now watching this podcast,
Yeah.
you probably love Green Day as much as I do.
Yeah, it's on the front page of Stormfront right now.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Green Day fans love Stormfront.
It's the biggest. Like if you drew a Venn diagram, that would be the most overlapping part.
Stormfront fans and Green Day fans, they're both
One and the same.
great. Well, Joe, they're probably asking at home, why is Joey, did he used to do stand-up comedy? So I think it's time, if you're listening, that I tell you about the worst time I ever bombed doing stand-up comedy ever in my whole life. Please brace in.
Oh, wait, you gotta let me call.
I gotta. Can we go into it or what, man? All right. I've told this story before. I wasn't as attentive, Joe. I'm open to questions this time. All right. This is the hardest I ever bombed doing stand-up comedy.
Let me check and see what time it is. See if I have time for
Do you
this.
have time
All right,
for this?
Go for it.
Okay, we're going full speed ahead. So I used to stand up at the University of South Carolina. They'd have student comedy competitions, which what's better to judge comedy than have a competition about what's funny and not. And the people that won every year would always bring the most fans. It was like 90% fan vote. But I'm out there doing my best. I got second place, I think it was 4 times in a row. And I was like, okay.
4 different people to 4 different people.
To 4 different people. I was second
Are
place.
any of those people famous now?
Do they have more TikTok followers than me? Hold on.
No.
Are they more actualized as adults?
One of them did die though, correct?
What? Sorry, I was
Go ahead.
dozing off into. I'm good. I'm actualized, bro.
Reflection.
Thanks for asking. So for the first 2 competitions, I won $700 in Circuit City gift cards.
Each time.
Total combined. I won $700 for second place, and that's pretty good though. I did help my parents buy a TV. I told you that.
That was nice of you.
It was very kind to me. But the second time I did it, one of the judges, who I found out is still performing at this comedy club today, okay, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey, bro, you funny. You want to come MC an event at the Comedy House in Columbia, South Carolina?"
Your accent changed wildly.
Columbia, South Carolina. He was like, "Hey, bro, you want to come perform at the Comedy House in Columbia, South Carolina?" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it, mommy.
Right.
Everyone, sell the family house. We're gonna become rich. I'm performing at the comedy." I'm 19 at the time, right? I got a little bit of swag under my belt.
Sure.
My belt, by the way, has a famous Stars and Straps belt buckle on it.
Yeah.
From PacSun, and
Of course it does.
of course it does. So this guy, whose name I will not repeat, gives me an offer. I tell everyone, "Hey, I'm performing at the Comedy House." My friend grabs me and goes, "Hey, man, this crowd's going to be a little darker than you're used to performing at." I said,
Like
"Well,
goth or emo?
yeah, like Nick,
Right.
like you, just sad
Sure.
at life." He goes, "No, it's going to be a little different than you're used to doing." And at the time, I'm like, "Dude, I'm like Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield, bro." I'm like, "Nah, we're good, bro." I was not good. I had gone from performing at colleges to, well, let's just say it too, because people want to know. Black comedy clubs are different than other comedy clubs. And I found that the hard way. And
the hilarious way as well.
and the very funny way. So the Comedy House is a black comedy club, right? And everyone's like, "We got to be PC and blah blah blah." No, like, come on. There's different types. Kings of Comedy is different than the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, man.
Very.
So I get
It doesn't get more different than that, I don't think. I think that's as far.
Cedric the Entertainer and Ron White are basically the same guy. Actually, Ron White's pretty cool. But okay, point of all this is so the Comedy House, the website.
You lost me there.
What's that?
You lost me on that.
And we'll
one.
pause, and Nick will cut that, and we'll get back into it. So I'm researching the website. You have everyone's been there. You have Cedric the Entertainer, Jeff Foxworthy, bro. Like, I'm just getting hyped up. So the date I'm given is the day before Thanksgiving, which,
Huge comedy club night for everybody.
and me being a college kid, thank goodness, everyone I know on campus left.
Right.
They're gone visiting their families. But I'm like, "Hey, Mom and Dad and other people, why don't you come to the Comedy House in Columbia and watch me kill it?" Oh, man, dude. I'm like just inviting my downfall. You know what I mean? I'm like Machine Gun Kelly. I'm giving tickets to my downfall, bro. That's the name of his album. Don't ask me why I know that, but it is.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm used to performing at the campus Russell House, it's called. There's a movie theater turned stage. This is a converted grocery store in the middle of Decker Boulevard in Columbia, South Carolina.
Huge.
Which, if I said Decker Boulevard, you're like, "What is that?" Just imagine what it looks like, and you're probably right. You're probably correct on that.
Again, it was an abandoned grocery store. So.
Probably a Winn-Dixie at some point in time.
Right. The area has a lot of abandoned grocery stores.
/ Spirit Halloweens. They're Spirit Halloweens at time
Sure.
to time, okay? They're not fully, all right?
Yeah. One of the churches that they put in the old bylaws and stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
Youth Spring or whatever it is. Who cares? I don't want to give anybody press on that.
Well, our sponsor for today, Youth Spring, just pulled after that last joke.
I just got a text.
Oh, my
Youth Spring
gosh.
is out.
Dang it, dude. I show up and there's a line wrapped around the building.
Right.
I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. But my parents are there. And I'll tell you, looking at the line, I didn't have a difficult time picking them out of the line of people I saw.
Nope.
So I'm getting a little bit nervous because I'm like, "Oh, wow, these people, unlike college, they paid to be there. And they want to be here and not just to support their friend. They don't give a
Right.
shit about their friend."
They weren't just walking by and like, we're like, oh, comedy club.
I don't want to study biology tonight. Let me just go and check this thing out and have a good time.
Right.
So I go inside, and I had a friend at the time who was my faux manager. He'd been watching too much Entourage, all right? Way too much Entourage. So he's getting nervous, too. And he strolls up to me, and in the least calm way possible, he goes, "Hey, man, do you have any other like material for tonight? I don't know if it's gonna work here or not. And I was like,
That's what you definitely want to hear right before.
I'm already having a panic attack. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what Xanax is at the time, but I know I need it now. And I'm like, yeah, let me just pull up my Rolodex of banger jokes for comedy clubs right now. I have like a tight, maybe 3 minutes from doing college campuses. So I stroll into the actual venue, and the DJ is like, just so you know, you got 5 minutes. Don't run the light. Which, if you don't know, there's the stage is already blinding, and then there's another light you have to be aware of. And if they give you that light, you have 1 minute, and then there's a second light that comes, and you have to stop at that point. He's like, don't run it, or I'll cut your mic. And I was like, okay. He's like, by the way, we're filming DVDs of tonight's performances. So if you'd like a DVD presentation of tonight's performance, I was like, yeah, this is going to be on the making of
Absolutely.
the Joey Thompson, bro.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to erase Jeff Foxworthy's name off your website and make clear.
Yeah. Joey Thompson.
So I get backstage, and it's a bunch of like guys 20 years older than me,
Sure.
and they're all nervous. I feel like Daniel in the Lion's Den, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm ready to be going out there or not. I'm getting a little nervous. Everyone's nervous. Hey, by the way, if you've never been around someone who's worried about something, bring nervous energy. It's like a double negative. It kind of calms it out.
Oh, yeah. People love that.
So
It's the best.
the stage has a door on it that you have to walk out onto the actual stage, right? It's like Night of the Apollo thing. You have to open a door to get on a stage, and you're met with like a rush of light that just envelops your being, like you're getting abducted by a UFO or something like that. So some guy went on before me. He did whatever. He'd been doing it, and the MC was like, coming next to the stage, I saw this guy on college campus, Joey Thompson. And if there's any name that probably resonated with this crowd, it was Joey Thompson. They were like, wow, that guy seems hip and cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I go strutting out there like Beaver Cleaver, just like this light shining in my. I feel like I'm at a DUI checkpoint, and this guy's just like, I'm like I'm it's like the Call of Duty, right? I'm already like disoriented. All my hearing's gone. I can hear my heartbeat. I'm smelling colors. Like I've already forgot and remembered my entire comedy set 5 times in the amount of time it took me to like. I'm struggling to grab the mic. I'm like, like trying to yank it out of there, and I'm like, oh god.
But it got better from there, though.
It got way better from there, man. So again, I'm used to being at a college campus where everyone there's your friend.
Sure.
So I'm like, oh, everyone here's my friend. They're not waiting to roast me at the drop of a hat.
I will say, African American comedy club fans, notoriously not raucous. And very, very understanding if you mess up. Correct?
Night at the Apollo was known
I've
specifically because they wanted people to succeed.
They had a guy's job. One guy's job was to get you the fuck off the stage, right?
And
with the broom and shit or whatever.
And the audience knew
Yeah.
if they made you feel bad enough about doing what you were professionally trying to attempt to do.
Yeah.
It was like a hardcore version of Simon Cowell. But if the audience made you feel worse, like terrible, this guy would come out and like poke you off the.
He had a
with
broom.
cane.
He would like
I
brush
thought,
you.
Was it? I thought it was a cane. Anyway,
I think he had a broom. He was dressed like a clown, right?
Well, there's nothing better in your head as a performer knowing that, like, at
That
the
could
drop of a hat, a guy could sweep you off the stage.
The guy's over in that, like, right behind the curtain, like,
It's like
I'm fucking sweep your ass, bro.
there's like some Julius Caesar guy at Night of the Apollo being like, broom guy, take.
I remember something. Wasn't there like Spider-Man?
Don't worry about that.
Well, no. You brought up a great point too. In that, if you don't know about the Comedy House in Columbia, South Carolina, hey, let me inform you, because it is the club that you can find a YouTube clip on that an audience member ran on stage and tried to fist fight one of the comedians.
Right.
And he had to bat him off like a
With the
swashbuckler,
mic
like he
stand.
was like a Three Musketeers.
He was swinging the mic stand at the end, though. He got mad and he started swinging it. I think that guy tried to fight everybody in there, didn't he? Pretty much.
Yes. This is a comedy.
Starting with the guy on stage.
That's the kind of clubs I like to perform at. Is it a comedy venue or is it Fight Club?
Yeah.
All right.
And it wasn't like a. If you go watch the video, it wasn't like a Will Smith slap. It was like he was trying to tear that guy apart.
You're being goofy. I got a metal.
Stop it.
I pulled this metal rod that's used for hoisting microphones
Oh man,
to fight you just because you're being a goofy boy.
being a goofball.
So the Joey Thompson marches out on stage like Beaver Cleaver, like,
Sure.
Hey guys, the first joke
If you had done that, it probably would have gone so much better. If he was like, "Hey guys,
Well-
I'm Joey Thompson."
if dude, honestly, yes, 100%. If I was like,
Hindsight's 2020.
hey everyone, what's up?
What's up, dogs?
What's up, my fellow dogs? How are you doing tonight? Roof, roof, roof. Am I right? What's up with Arsenio Hall? Roof, roof. It's
What do you think about Kenan Thompson?
Which one of the Waymes brothers do you guys like the most?
I like Damon Sr.
I like Damon Jr. Have you seen that New Girl television program?
Oh.
He's with Zoe Deschanel. She's very great.
She's got a badonkadonk.
She plays in an indie folk band called His and Hers. Either way.
Well, now you're starting to actually know a lot about that show, though.
Oh, oops. Why do I know that? I'm such a nerdy white idiot. Have you guys ever tried hot sauce? It's too spicy for me. I'm telling you, well, you're right, though. If that would have been my bit. Anyway.
It would have definitely gone better. This is a lot of foreshadowing, but go ahead.
But I'm used to, like, every joke I tell at a college campus, it's like teenage girls, like, hanging on to Timothy Chalamet's poetry, right? Like, everything you say is, like, so, like, impactful. I get out there, nobody cares. People are eating dinner.
To be clear, it is a dinner club.
So I'm used to people just going to have fun. No, people are consuming full meals of food that they're paying for. They're on dates. They're trying to
Wine, probably some cocktails.
It's the day before Thanksgiving. They're trying to like just have the greatest time of all time.
Sure. Little did they know.
They were about to. I wasn't. I actually probably in hindsight, they probably did have a good time. I didn't have a good time. It's the whole like they're not laughing.
With you.
They're laughing at you. It's like, yeah, they were laughing at me. So, first joke, people keep talking. I'm like, well, this is very rude. Why are they talking through my joke humor? I had this joke where I would pull out a T-shirt and I go, who wants a free T-shirt? Who wants a free T-shirt? And on college campuses, because they all go to football games, people are like, yeah! You pull out a free T-shirt at a college campus. Oh my gosh, dude! You may as well have been like,
This is such a
you're
stupid fucking joke.
It is dumb, but like on a college campus, you're Ellen, dude. You know what I mean? They're like, oh. So I do it there. People continue to talk. They're ignoring me. This is a detail I haven't told you that I forgot about. This was really smart. I go, hey, do you guys ever know? I swear this is oh my gosh, this is so funny. I go, hey, do you guys ever notice that a T-shirt gun is the only time you can have a gun pointed at you and you're excited about it? Except I'm really big into act outs. So I'm bent down at the edge of the stage, acting it out, and there's this tremendous Rick Ross looking dude staring right down the barrel of my fake gun, and I'm like, but me, I'm all chipper and peppy. Yeah. I keep running through the joke, and I was like, he wasn't having it. So I was like, who wants who wants a free T-shirt? Nobody says anything, right? At all. It's silent. So I don't know what to do because I'm used to people respond. Don't fucking laugh. My family was there, not even them. They were like, "Oh boy."
Could one of them at least been like, "I'll take it"?
Yeah, please. No, they're scared. They're scared as I am. All right. They didn't want to associate with me. Just
They're like, "No, we're just random white family. We're not here with him.
I think
We're not here for him. We love this. We love this venue."
I think my dad actually leaned over to the table next to him and said, "Get a load of this honky."
Fucking idiot.
Look at this cracker, just fucking blowing it.
Bitch ass. I would pay $1,000 to see Dad do that.
So I don't know what to do, and I double down and I go, oh, that's right, over there. And nobody asked for the T-shirt.
No.
So I just like fucking sidearm swing it like a submarine baseball pitcher, and it skids off a fucking table. You can hear like plates clinking and the glasses clinking. And everyone's like, so now they weren't listening, but now they're like, yo, this dude just fucking
Projectiles coming off the stairs.
fucking Huckleberry Finn just skipped a stone across the pond right there.
Got everyone's attention.
Oh, hey, look, I'm gonna skip a stone right there.
Oh my god.
And I go, what's that shirt say? Nothing, dude.
Did anybody even pick it up?
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm freaking out, dude. I'm like, I'm Porky Pigging it. And I'm like, what do I do? I've never experienced this feeling in my life before. So, the whole point of this joke is supposed to be that someone grabs a T-shirt, and then I'm like, hey, I'm an impractical joker. That shirt said something you shouldn't have cheered for.
Right.
So I go, hey, what's that shirt say? That's right. It says, that is correct.
Thank you, sir.
I go, that's right. It says, I love terrorism.
Which is just, now I'm going to stop laughing.
And this guy goes, what the fuck? Everybody heard that.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Everybody's appalled now.
This guy loves terrorism.
So I've already messed up a table. I'm pissing off the entire comedy club at that point.
They don't know what's coming next, dude.
And well, so I'm so like used to like having a script and going by it.
Sure.
So I'm like, that's right. You guys all went crazy for a shirt that says I love terrorism. It's like they didn't. None of them did that. Like, why didn't you could have apologized to everyone right there and left.
I'm sorry.
So
Oh, that's hilarious.
before they were like just like okay with me sucking. Now they're kind of wanting me to bomb even more. All right. So the crowd's turning on me. It's a giant converted ex-grocery store.
It's gone from apathy to like
Chaos.
anger a little bit. Yeah.
It's getting hostile.
Sure.
All right. So I de-escalate the situation by going into my next joke,
Yeah.
as you obviously should
Right.
at that
It's a
point.
this one's a humdinger right here.
So I had this bit, here you go, about Spider-Man, which again worked on campuses. It was a very clever, not Dane Cookish bit about if Spider-Man were anatomically correct with a spider, the web would come out of his anus and not his hands. And, you know, college kids that were into arachnid humor were big fans of that one, all right? They like the biology of my animal-based humor. So, to further illustrate the point, because people can't visualize what I just described, I brought silly string out on stage, all right? And I would pantomime. I'm not getting a Vietnam stare just going into this bit right now. I would pantomime the ass web by using silly string to spray it. But again, I'm used to performing it on a stage where there's like a good amount of distance between me and the audience. Not here. There's dinner tables circling the entire stage.
I can't even look up.
So, I spray ass web all over this guy's platter of chicken.
Platter.
He had a pre-Thanksgiving Day feast of chicken.
Delicious fucking chicken wings too. I bet they're absolutely excellent.
The Comedy House is known for their great
wings.
great kitchen selection they have
Sure.
there. I blast ass web all over this guy's chicken wings. He's on a date too with someone. They're both like very well dressed. You know what I'm.
Sure.
So I do that, and now it's just getting like nobody knows what's going on, and they don't like it. I could have got off stage at that point. I don't. I keep powering through, and like I remember looking out into the audience and seeing my family, and I was like, they're not hard to find.
Sure.
I have to keep going through this because they came out here to see me perform. I can't quit. And it was all a blur until one part, I remember this woman stands up. She goes, hey, everybody, shut the fuck up. Give it up for white boy. And I was like, well, I know where my place in your community stands right now. I am the white boy.
You're probably like, no, shut up. Don't do that.
Please.
You're making it so much worse. Shut up.
Give it up for white boy, not give it up for like this guy who's like
Joey Thompson. She can't probably physically say Joey Thompson is so white, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude. So I wish the guy from Night at the Apollo was there, just like to like boink me off
Like
this.
looking around.
I'm
Like,
like,
gonna get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get me out of here,
Jump off the front of the stage and just run out the back.
dude. I somehow I get it together. I don't know, like I just finished. I do, and it's like on script. I ended with a laugh. I remember I had a Chick-fil-A bit, and dude, I marched backstage and like you know when you effed up, right? And all the other comedians just sat there and listened to me do that, and I knew they knew I sucked. All right. So you go back to a green room, and the main act, who I couldn't remember from the night, he was sitting back there, okay, nursing a Heineken. And I'm just trying to, like, de-escalate from the situation. He's nursing a Heineken. He goes, bruh, I've been doing this shit for 15 years. I ain't never seen no white boy spray no ass web on no chicken wings before. I was like, okay.
How many of those people probably went home and told that story at Thanksgiving dinner the next day? Like, listen to this shit that happened last night at the Comedy Store or whatever.
Well, guess what, brother? A lot of them, them being the other comedians that came up after behind me, told that story that night. Because
stage.
I walked back out to go hang out with my family, and I was like, we got to go. We got to go. And my dad was like, you know, he knew I was serious about comedy. He was like, hey, don't leave. You got to tough this out. Like, you bombed. Don't be a coward, basically.
Which that doesn't have anything to do with it, right? Really?
I don't know. He was just like, you lay in your own, you know, you're going to have whatever. And I was like,
I would think safety-wise, let's go.
I think he saw that I was such like a jester at the time. Like there was no safety involved. It was just like more just get clowned on.
Right. I'm just saying like the guy with the chicken wings that kicked the shit out of you or something.
No. I think the club reimbursed him and gave him some new hot out the comedy club kitchen chicken wings right there.
Honey barbecue.
Hand-breaded wings from the comedy club kitchen. Every comedian for the rest of the night made fun of me. And I sat there the whole night with my parents. And when the headliner came out, if he ever, stumbled or stuttered, just kind of like I did describing stumbling and stuttering,
yeah,
he would go revert to like, so you guys remember when that white boy did that shit with the chicken wings?
Remember that? That was funny as shit.
If my literal legal name was Honky Cracker, like that would have been less white than my actual name at the time. Joey Thompson.
Still your name though.
Yeah. So I had to sit through. There's a bunch of like really heinous jokes too, and I'm sitting there with my mom, who's super nice, and she's just listening to like oral sex jokes and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm cut out for this.
Your mom's really nice and probably doesn't like those jokes at all.
No, the show finally concludes, and I like wait back. I wait for the comedy club to clear out, and this woman walks up to me and she goes, "Hey, just so you know, you did a really good job tonight, buddy." And I was like, "Shut up!" You know what I mean? Like I was mad at her. I was like, "No, don't do this. Don't. I know. Don't try to build my confidence. It's already like so gone. Don't lie to me."
Oh
all right?
My god,
no reason to lie. So yeah. That was it. I was just trying to get home and watch the Detroit Lions lose.
Sure.
And I quit stand-up for I was going to quit stand-up, and I had a prior gig lined up. So I was like, well, we'll get my confidence back. So like a week later, I did another gig around the college campus, and I bombed again. Oh, but okay. Important last detail of the story. I'm trying to get home and watch the Detroit Lions lose.
Sure. As you do.
As you do on Thanksgiving. The DJ runs up to me and grabs me. And he goes, "Hey." In the Thanksgiving spirit, he goes, "You should have told me you were going to spray ass web on that guy's chicken wings. You could have fucked everything up." I'm like, I was ready to cry like the whole night. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He goes, by the way, here's the DVD you paid for.
God, what I wouldn't pay for that DVD.
And it scarred me so poorly that I believe I threw it away.
That's a travesty.
Yeah, you need that.
If somebody works at the Comedy House in Columbia, South Carolina, and can go archive some footage.
I don't know if there's an archive. Right? I don't know if they archive, especially, what was that, 2008?
I don't know,
2000 and late?
2000 and that alone though really turned me off to stand-up comedy for a long time.
I don't understand that at all. It seems delightful. I feel like if you did that, if you went back and you did that now, though, it would be, you would probably almost think it was funny.
Whether I bombed or didn't bomb, I would know how to handle it exponentially better.
Right. Weren't we were gonna do the 25th anniversary, right? Next year.
If it's been 25 years,
Comedy House?
I said I've been if the Comedy House.
Comedy House, contact us via whatever, I don't even know. And we'd like to get Joey Thompson back for a 25th anniversary. That's one day before Thanksgiving 2023. It's a Wednesday night. Call us. We'll negotiate. There should be a huge crowd for that.
Yeah.
The return.
The return.
You could. You know what? You could. Oh man, if you could go back and do that, if you could somehow get their archived copy of the DVD, all you would have to do is fucking play that. You just play that and be like, look what I'm about to do. He's like, hold on. Look what I'm about to do right here. Look at this shit.
It'd be like a Rocky Horror Picture Show where I'm doing like Mystery Science Theater of my own demise. Like tickets to my own downfall, bro. Machine Gun Kelly.
Wow, that's twice.
MGK, hit me up, Colson.
What's the password here again?
All day 9, bro.
I can't believe I can see it now.
We're okay. So we're about to I guess wrap it up.
You can
Sure.
probably start putting together a little rap.
Men of a similar name. What are we thinking?
I like that one.
Yeah, but there was a better twist on it, I thought.
Boys of a similar
No,
name.
that was not it.
Joners.
Men of a similar name, I think. Maybe that was it. Yeah. If only we had recorded it, we could figure it out.
Well,
Men of a similar name. I mean, that's? It sounds like a gay podcast. A little bit.
dudes of a similar name.
Worse.
Men who are married of a similar name.
Men who are married to other people.
No,
that are
the
women.
same. No,
I don't care if you want to sound. Men of a similar name is fine.
Men filing jointly.
joint tax return
Head of household joint tax return.
podcast. How do you think we did, Nick?
I thought it was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty
Not
good.
Excellent.
No, I mean, I think it's great. I mean, the thing is it's not up to me, unfortunately.
What's up to the big man upstairs?
God,
I think we're gonna dial it in a little bit more. Okay, we'll get it together.
Sure.
I think so.
Well-
I think it's about being loose.
Yeah.
Loose.
Once you kind of, I don't know. I was laughing all for the last, I feel like 45 minutes.
Yeah, my face
That's
hurts.
because you can't see, but there is a certain weapon pressed to his back. I'm not gonna name it.
Ginsu knife.
I said don't name it.
Oh shit.
I'm actually just watching the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yes,
Just dying.
for future episodes, you also did sell Ginsu knives.
No, I sold Cutco knives.
Same, almost exact.
No,
same thing.
dude, don't even get me started on Ginsu, bro.
All right, we'll save that for another day.
We'll save that for never.
No, the Cutco story's fine.
Well, Joe, anything else you want to say?
No, I thoroughly enjoyed that story as I do every time.
Look, if you want to know the inside scoop, and I got to do this. If you want to know the inside scoop on what we're up to, go to the Patreon in the description.
Sure.
You're going to find out. You'll see a lot more footage, clips, bloopers, all that. Joe has his own YouTube channel. It is in the description below. Check that out.
Sure.
Give it up for Joe.
TikTok and Instagram and
It's all there, man.
etc.
And then we're selling more merch now too. We're open to suggestions. The biggest thing I'll say is that I feel like people don't feel like they know us because we play so many characters. And I
Sure.
want to give them an opportunity to allow their assumptions to come true that we are as disappointing as they expected.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, this is the one area we could exceed expectations,
Yeah.
actually. Be even more disappointing than, like, I was going to meet those guys. It was probably going to, be underwhelming. And then they meet us and they're like, Jesus, what was that?
I mean, I was kind of hoping this would just, like, sell for, like, $80 million, like SmartLess,
Yeah.
What's going to sell for $80 million? The podcast?
Yeah.
No.
Spotify.
Yeah, no.
Well.
That's well, fellas.
Well, we can get into character stuff if people give us suggestions. Is it done?
No, we're good.
Cool. So that's all I got to say.